Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. It's your boy Kas. And before any of you get onto me, I'm feeling way more hurt today than yesterday. I think it's sunk in that little bit, man. It's like if any of you been through a breakup, it usually hurts a couple days later when you kind of realize, like, wow, that one person's gone away from me, and it's like all you want to do is just not for it to happen, but reality chases a man, and then before you know it is what it is. That's how heartbroken I am from yesterday. So go easy on me today, please. But yeah, we're gonna have to talk on Sancho Ilias. We really do need to have a serious conversation about him. I believe so, but it's still early, so I don't really want to go too much into it. But I'm joined today by Mo. As you know, every single Monday at 3:30, we'll go through a Premier League review of everybody and all the games, everything that goes along with it. So dig deep into that, and you'll find that. So, other than that, Mo, I know you're all the way in America at the moment. How are you tired?
Yes, I am. I am. Yes, it was, dude. Just my day yesterday was actually the last day. Yesterday was kind of hard because I had to wake up very very early, about like 7 to prepare for the Manchester Derby, and then we had to talk about it, and I had to listen to you and Dabs, and I had to listen to Dabs being arrogant a little bit after the win, and then I had a football game in my league at night, and we stayed and celebrated a win after. So, and I just woke up. But other than this, it was for me, if football is gonna stop and come back like this, I want it to stop a little bit just to come back banging like this with big games, man. I can't wait to talk about these games. I want to thank everybody that's in the chat. We'll come to you guys, but in the beginning, what do we have to run? We love it. I love to see it, and I'm sure that everybody in the chat, they love to see one thing. You know what it is? Yeah?
Have to run a little bit of mini my size. And we're back just like that, man. I hope people actually like the intro. I hope people actually do like the intro because I'm quite into it. It's kind of old school, obviously. A little bit. I think you could say garage was just behind my era, just that little bit. It was more when I was growing up. Obviously, my thing was more R&B. That was what I came into. But good morning to everyone, or good afternoon, or even if I don't know if it's nighttime anywhere. Maybe in somewhere like Australia.
It's not time in Asia, Australia.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. But I'm going to go through some of the comments. Obviously, smash the like button if you're here. It's nice to see there's 23 likes, nice and early, over 30 of you in here. Somebody, if you're just here just to watch my face, still smash the like. Even if you don't understand anything, you know who you are. But anyways, Daniel, big up Daniel here, nice and early. So smash the like button, as we was just saying. Kai is saying that's the real test for Man United and Ten Hag coming back from such a loss. Yeah, man. That's why I put that in a poll. The poll is just like, is this... can Man United bounce back? We'll have to see against Everton, who've got the best defense currently in the league statistically on goal difference and whatnot, and conceded the least, believe it or not. So Frank Lampard's doing something, right? But we'll see. Ilias said, was it you, Kas, that called Dalot the best right back in the league? No, I've been a big advocate on saying I don't really rate Dalot in total. I don't know. I don't think it matters what right back you would put at Man United currently. We'll talk. Obviously, we might as well just get straight into Man United v Man City like in a minute. Before I go through all the comments, big up everyone that is here. But I was saying, for me, if I want to start rating Dalot, I need to see what he can do this game. I was saying that, like I said, in world football right now, on form, he's definitely top 3 at the moment. Like Saliba's had a bad game. Martinez has had a bad game. Saliba's had a bad game. Good on-form fullbacks will not always have a good game. But in terms of form, he is one of the best currently. But in terms of yesterday, does he get my ratings now? No, it just goes to show he kind of just... I need more, man. I need something else. That's just my opinion on that. But as I said, yeah, Ilias, we have to talk a little bit on Sancho because that is the worst game for him in the Man United. Even Ten Hag highlighted it. He highlighted it after the game, saying this is basically is not on. Like he said, we could have broke from the Sancho. Basically, we could have broke from play and got a goal. Which was Bruno and Rashford on 2v1 against Ake, but probably still lost. That could have set the tempo for the game. It would have changed our whole game. But Guna says, at the beach, watching this after work. Big up, Kas Mo. Love you, Guna, man. I love all the support from you, man. Big up Mo and Cass, all never a foul. Everyone smash the like button and show the support. Big up you. Big up Ravi. Big up BX Gunner this morning as well. Afternoon. Mo Jesus saying good morning, Brevs. Kai, obviously, Falalu back. I ain't seen you in a while, Falalu.
What does
How
that
you
mean,
doing, man?
Brevs? What does that mean, Brevs?
Oh, so basically, someone clipped that. I need that. So basically, there's a guy from London called what's his name, Castillo, and the way he says "bruv," you know, "bruv" is a London thing.
Yes,
bruv,
yeah,
like
bruv,
that kind of thing. He said he don't say that. He's got a bit of a different twang. So he says "brev." Like he's got the way he talks like you know them ones there, brev, like that. That's why he says "brev" like that, and everyone mocks it. It's his thing now. So it is what it is. Eric Backer saying, and Kunku, oh yeah, I'm seeing this as well. It's heating up Fabrizio Romano. You seen that, Mo? Maybe you haven't.
Yeah,
you have.
Chelsea, right?
So I won't be surprised if more clubs come circling in for him, though. I'll be
Mine?
honest. No, more clubs.
More clubs. Yeah, for sure.
Surely, if they know that he's actually up there and they're gonna pay something 60 million, I don't know
Before
why
you
Man
go
United not
over
all
the
over
comments,
that.
guys, please, in the comments, I want you guys interacting. Tell me one thing. In the next 30 seconds to 1 minute, tell me what game you want us to start with. I know that Cass wants to start with Man United and Man City, but we did a big segment about that yesterday. What game you want us to talk about? Oh my God, in the chat, people want to talk about Inter. Anyway, just tell me in the chat what.
They're on you. I love this chat, man. I'm gonna start calling you lot guys chat. You know what? These lot are not even people. I'm just gonna call them chat. I'm gonna take Speed's note.
I'm gonna answer about Inter. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened with Inter in like a 1 minute rant about how bad this club has been run. But let me tell you what game you guys want to talk about. The Manchester Derby. A lot of people want to talk about the Manchester Derby, which is great.
Of course they do. They want to see me hurt. That's all these guys want, is they want to see me with pain. I get it.
Make sure to like the video. Guys, there's 50 people here. Make sure to get the likes to 50 right now. Yeah, right now. Please.
I don't know what are we on at the moment? I think we're on 36 or 35 is saying. So yeah, man. If you haven't, just smash that like button. We'll start with Man City, man. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, I'm actually feeling it today. Like,
yeah, it's
the after effects of this is crazy, man. Honestly, but it's just gonna have to talk about back. But big up Eric Backer, man. I love you, man. Big up with a super chat as well. And Nkunku signed a pre-contract agreement with Chelsea, man. Eric, don't know about that one. It don't mean nothing. Don't mean anything. But you know what? It does mean something for Chelsea and Chelsea fans. So if you do support Chelsea, Mr. Rook saying Inter, yes. And Ilya saying Dybala. Why am I laughing? Like I didn't get, like my team didn't hold 2 hat tricks by 2 different players. Oh God.
Have you ever loved a coach to the point when he goes to a rival team? Roma is not our rivals, but he goes to a different team that challenges as well with you, but you still root for him? Have you ever had this ever in your life? You know how much this guy Mourinho, I know that you guys don't like, everywhere he goes, he's loved. Until this moment, he's still loved at Chelsea. Until this moment, he's loved at Inter. At Real Madrid, they adore him.
Some Man United fan base still like him as well.
Like it's unbelievable. This guy has like kind of a charisma that you just, because he stand up for your club. You know what I mean? Like, but for you lot, for some reason, he didn't. He called out everybody at the club. For some reason, I don't know but it shows you how bad this club is run. How bad he even didn't like the hierarchy of the club. Well, it's just weird. Like Porto, Inter, Madrid, Chelsea, they love him. He's loved, man. It's just kind of weird. Like one of my friends, he's like, man, I'm rooting for Mourinho. He's a Real Madrid fan. I'm like, I'm rooting for him as well.
Don't know, man. I've got a quick question for you before we get stuck into it as well. Do you think Inter's going to beat Barcelona in the Champions League?
No, actually, because we have about like 4 of our main players are injured. Lukaku, Lautaro, Brozovic is injured now. So we actually don't have the firepower to actually beat them. The thing about it that themselves, they have Conde's injured and Araujo's injured as well. So I hope that we can beat Barcelona because that gives us a little bit of hope. But it doesn't look like it because they spent 200 something million. We didn't spend any money. So for us, It is hard. It's hard, and also our coach is out of ideas. So this is how bad the club is. Skriniar is going to go for 30 million instead of 70 that he was going to go in the summer. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. But let's talk about Europa League incoming, Elias. Yes, it is incoming. But watch out for your club as well, Elias. I know you're a Liverpool supporter. Watch out for your club. You got Ajax and Napoli. And watch out for this club. So this question for you, Kas. Question for Kas. Who the hell is the team that you are facing on Thursday? Yeah, we don't know. It's Europa League, early stages.
We got a team called FC Ammonia. So
Ammonia, yeah. It's like we use this in
FC Ammonia in the Europa League. I don't know if it's away. I think it might be away. So,
no, you played away, so definitely you're gonna play home, probably. Most likely.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll just realize.
So, guys, let's talk about Man City. Let's talk about Man United. You know what? Everybody, when you concede 6, this is my bit about the game. After thinking about the game and all that what happened, and then I was thinking about it yesterday, after like hours after, and I'm like, you know what? It's all on defense, because people are like, when you concede 6, everybody points the fingers at the defense. However, I think actually Rashford and Sancho yesterday are to be questions. Like why the ball couldn't stick to them, why they missed easy passes, which is Erik ten Hag after the game said, why we couldn't do the simple, basic things. They need to, like, they couldn't do the basic, like Sancho, just connect a pass. It couldn't do it. Even Christian Eriksen yesterday is one of the worst games I've seen for months since he started playing, when he started back with Brentford. He had 4 long passes wrong, which is, it's a trademark Eriksen. Before the goal, he was mispassing all these long passes. For some reason, it didn't work for him yesterday. And for me, players were scared. They started on the wrong foot. When they conceded, everything crumpled. The confidence crumbled. The belief, and which is Erik ten Hag said, we lack belief that we can win this game for some reason. The players were like, we lost this game. It's done. It's over. We're just here to do a job and then leave.
I'll be real, yeah. I know we held 6 at the back here, guys in the comments as well. I know we did it, but defense is way more composed than us going forward. And if anyone knows anything about football, the first line of defense is your attack. We pressed well in some areas and everything, but I don't think we got off the pitch as far. Like the midfield was way too far away from the defense for my liking. Eriksen, I felt like he was the only one playing. Scott McTominay went into hiding as per usual. We saw this. He kind of bottled it. So it's yeah. So he kind of bottled it a little bit. Like he wasn't showing as much confidence as I'd like to have seen. I think anyone can agree as well. When Delory held that yellow card against Grealish in 1 minute and 30 seconds, that changed the tone of the game. He got scared.
That was wrong. You remember? Yeah, you remember? Because I told you that Dallo will go hard on Grealish to set the tone. But come on. You can't give a yellow card. You can't give a yellow card like this early.
I'm telling you now, yeah. I'm not blaming the referee or whatever, because we got smashed regardless. But Michael Oliver ruined the whole game in 1 minute 30. You ruined 90 minutes of football in 1 minute 30. You might have seen a different competitive match, because now Delo's got to think about his tackles. You don't get 4 tackles before you get booked or anything. It was 1. It wasn't even that bad. Grealish is a flipping drama queen. Everyone knows this guy. When he gets fouled, this guy's a drama queen. He rolls over like a little bitch with his long hair and everything, man. Whatever. I like Grealish though. I'll be real.
Yeah, but you know, if you played football, Kas, and people in the comments, if you played football, you know this. Sometimes referees don't make big decisions that affect the games, but the small decisions that go the other way, like a foul here and they kill momentum, hold a defender back, hold a midfielder back, but just given a yellow card like this, it sets the tone of that side. And we saw that after that, Pep Guardiola, everything went to that side, because he knew that Dalot cannot make another tackle. And it was crazy. Michael Oliver should be an experienced referee. You don't do that. And it's halfway line. It's not that dangerous.
He tried to be... There's something with Michael Oliver, yeah. He likes to be the star of the show with his ugly face, bro. Like his no tight lipped, no lipped face, literally no expression, monotone look. I don't give a shit because I hate him. Like, and I don't really come for people, but I didn't say I
That's
didn't say
most
I was
of
gonna
English
cuss.
referees
I
like
didn't.
this.
Nah, no, I don't care. No, no, no. He don't smile. He doesn't have a laugh. He don't do nothing. He's just a boring guy that looks like, obviously, he looks like that guy who's got his lunch money robbed back in school. That's how that's the type of person he looks like, and he's taking it out on players because he's got a bit of power. He looks like one of them prefects that got murked. But this guy he's a joke, man, and it's just I can't stand him. Every game he has to make it about himself. Honestly, he really does. But we can talk about referees, but at the end of the day, we got pummeled. That's it. We got beat by the better team, by the way better team. But
I wanna talk about this comment. Raheem, actually, Foden didn't even come close to Malaysia, and that's on Ten Hag. Of course, we talked about this yesterday. That Malaysia didn't even have Foden in front of him. Foden was way central, and nobody followed him. And it's on the coach, because the coach has to understand that this right wing. You said yesterday, Kas, that Foden was everywhere, right? So how are we putting that on the left back? Why is Malaysia at fault here? He's not at fault.
I feel like I got a bit of a solution to that. What could have happened? So Malaysia is a bit techie, but what could have happened instead of that? I would have just left Walker to do whatever he wants. If I'm being realistic, what I would have done is centre mids, don't go forward, like be a bit more tighter, and then let Malaysia be the third midfielder.
No, I think he should have played. To be honest, Kas, I said it before. If it was me coaching this team, I would have started Casemiro and McTominay with Ericsson. Give me a break. You're starting
Bruno,
4 attackers.
I don't like Bruno.
It's not about Bruno. It's not about Bruno.
No,
it's not about personnel. But you know what I mean?
But he set the tone. He set the tone. In the first 10 minutes, I saw Bruno.
You need two defensive midfielder to protect the defense, because we know. Okay, listen. If you had McTominay and Casemiro, Kevin De Bruyne would not have been able to play that pass to Haaland to the far post behind, because he had so much space to pick his head up, pick the pass, and about 10 yards around him, because you had basically Ericsson is not a defender. Everybody knows this. We know this. My neighbor knows this. My wife knows this. Everybody knows this. And with Manchester City, they have so much firepower in them in the midfield to come close to the lines and cross that ball. So stop that. I want to play from the back. You play against Man City at the Etihad. Be a little bit conservative. Play two defensive midfielders. You're playing basically, Kas, you played 5 attackers yesterday. Christian Eriksen, Bruno, and the 3 up top. That's not going to work. You're going to be wide open, which is what happened. I'm sorry. It's what happened. And he made a mistake.
Yeah, no, you're right. As well. Other than Anthony scoring a bad boy goal. And you know that goal actually came from play as well. Like, we actually played for that goal with no counter attack. It was actually a very good goal.
No, it's Ericsson. Ericsson getting the ball to the left and switching the ball.
I feel like if you drop Bruno, you got I don't know, he's a bit of a bitch and a moaner. And I suppose you have to, as a manager, you have to respect the manager. If you get dropped for that game, there's a tactical reason behind it. But dropping Bruno, one of your most players that's been, you could say,
drop Bruno, drop freaking Rashford, play for Anthony, and do something else. What I mean. Yeah, we're not in the practice session, right? You know what I mean, guys?
The thing is, Ten Hag found something that worked, and he was going to stick to something that worked. And I feel like again now he's got another excuse to change things up when he needs to. Like remember when Maguire and Shaw got dropped? He had that excuse: you can be dropped, you play like shit, right? Yeah. You ain't cutting the mustard right now. Wan-Bissaka, even preseason, you ain't cut the mustard. You gave me the choice. I'm not feeling you no more. Now he's done that game there. He's like, okay, my first 11 I thought was my best 11. Now they need to know that I can't play certain personnel in certain types of games. So against Man City, I need to change things up. So against other teams as well that might dominate the ball, because we got to come up against Chelsea, another Graham Potter team, and they're going to have a lot of the ball. So he's got to think of what to do. I wouldn't play 2 DMs against Chelsea, but I'm just saying it's just another like idea. I need to chop and change
Chelsea,
things. He needs to find things that work. Like, honestly, he can't. That 111, that 11 won't always work all the time. That's the only issue. That's all I'm gonna say. Other than
talk to me about Sancho. What happened? Why? Why is he? And why was he still on the pitch until minute 70 or something? Why? Why was he still on the pitch?
See, the thing is, if he hooked him off straight away, I think that might have damaged a bit Sancho's confidence potentially. I think he was thinking of it like that. Do whatever you can do. Ride out the game, get your fitness going. We're going to need you next Sunday. By the way, Varane is not injured. He's back for Everton.
No, I know this. It's an ankle twist.
It's a sore one. It's a sore one.
Yeah,
it's a sore one.
Cryotherapy is gonna be okay. A little bit of ice and stuff.
So that's good. So we probably can expect Varane to play against and Martinez against FC Ammonia, but it should be a wrap anyways. But other than that, Sancho, we have to have I say this for the future of Manchester United or even in the Premier League, because we are in the Premier League. To me, Sancho looks like a number 10. When he comes inside, the way he plays balls, he can collect it, he can give it and everything. He's not exactly a pacey enough, or should say smart enough in a way to deal with fullbacks in the Premier League. He might have a good game here and there, but when it comes to these big games, Sancho to me just looks like a 10. He wants to be in that position in the 10. Man United lack directness on the wing. Now, I'm happy Martial's back because that gives an option for Rashford to go back out on the left. We needed a hold-up player yesterday, not in behind. Akanji and that was, as you said, they were just dealing with all the in-behind stuff. So we needed someone that can hold up. As soon as Martial came on, it was a different game. Their back two couldn't handle Martial. Like just from little bits of plays, giving, going. It gives you another thing to think about. It's like Haaland. What was he doing yesterday? Hold up, dropping deep, running in behind, running as like a shadow at the back. You got three things to think about. Marcus Rashford, you only got one thing to think about: in behind runs. That's it. Do you get what I mean? And Pep dealt with that, man. He dealt with that. I'm gonna go through some of the comments as well, by the way. Big up. If anyone is here, please smash the like button. We're on over 50 likes. There's 73 of you watching, and I can guarantee there's about half of you that haven't liked this video yet. Just remember as well, man, we're a community. Like, help us, we'll help you. Obviously, we'll try to give you good content. That's just the way it works. If you don't mind, it will be appreciated. It's the little fun button underneath the video. If you're on your phones, it's right there. But Boogerman, big up Boogerman here. He says, look, I always believe you man looking too good. So yes, so he's talking about City there. G is saying, big up G, by the way. Derby weekend emotions were high, nothing wrong in that. Now that's over. It's a reset. Cas, we still love you, man. I love that, G, man. Is that Blue Love Heart? Who do you support? By the way, I'm gonna say that you're a City fan because of the Blue Love Heart, or Chelsea fan. But I like that comment. I appreciate that. That's making my day, man. Honestly, that's a lovely comment. I'll be real. Why am I getting emotional? I'm already emotional anyways. I'm an emotional wreck. Why did Casemiro not play him? The thing is, Elias, to answer that question, and you can back me up as well, Mo. Scott McTominay's been playing well. I said it yesterday. He's been playing well. He played well internationally, and he played well a few games in the Premier League beforehand. Even in Europa League, he played well. How are you going to drop someone like that? If you drop someone after warranting very good performances, it's hard. You have to wait for the right time. Ferguson did the exact same thing, by the way. If you play well, you play the next game pretty much, unless it's for tactical reasons, but pretty much you're going to play. Otherwise, as a player yourself, if you've been playing well in a few matches, but you got dropped, you're going to be like, what the fuck? I've been doing all of this and you're dropping me? Why? So now Scott McTominay had a bit of a shit show. And
no, he didn't.
No. But he
wasn't McTominay that played the last 4 games. But to be honest, this is not the McTominay under Ole.
We need to stop. But we need to stop. We need to stop playing this midfield free. Bruno,
exactly.
Eriksen,
yes,
McTominay,
but McTominay wasn't bad. He wasn't the worst midfielder. I'm sorry, he was better than Eriksen. He did at least. He won recoveries. He won interceptions. He tackled. I'm sorry, he did. Look at his number. I was looking at the game. I'm like, this guy. To be honest, at least he has a little bit of confidence because when he played in the international break, he was good. You can tell that Erik ten Hag gave him some confidence. You can tell that.
Yeah.
It's not his fault yesterday that he was trying to run by himself.
Look. Yeah, I know, but I get it. But look, he's saying, even Panda saying, big up Panda. He's saying his forward passes were horrible, and
it's not his job, Panda. It's not his job.
No. But as a midfielder, a good DM passes forward, not just sideways, but forward, and he has been doing that recently. But he didn't.
Casemiro doesn't. Casemiro doesn't. Casemiro gives the ball to the closest. Some people don't have to.
No, he doesn't. Go watch a bit more of Casemiro, and you'll see that he plays some fantastic long balls and stuff like that. He's got that in his locker. Just because he's known as this DM destroyer and everything, he does pass forward. Believe me, he does. I get it. Modric was there, but we don't have a Modric to go and carry the ball. We don't have Eriksen to do that.
You have Eriksen.
No, but he's a guy that's going to play as a playmaker.
You have the other guy, Fernandes. Bruno should be.
No, but Bruno sucked. Bruno should have came off. I'm not joking. After that 2-0, I would have banged Bruno off. Now, the thing is, this is what Ten Hag has to work out as well. See, my midfield three, I think that would work best for Manchester United is because Casemiro can do it by himself. I truly do believe. I would like to see a Casemiro, Fred, and Eriksen midfield, or I would like to see a Van der Beek in attacking mid when he's fully fit again. Just try it out, Casemiro and Eriksen. I would like to see how controlled that midfield would be. I just want to see it as an experiment. I think Bruno's going to be useful, but I think Ten Hag, I don't like him when he gets too gassed and too over. over complacent Bruno, because we see Bruno of old. He thinks he's the man. I don't want Bruno to think he needs the man. I really don't. I honestly don't, people. And it's not anything against it. He's not my type of player. He really isn't. And I just think the team would work well and would be much more flexible, much more fluid without Bruno in the team. Can you not agree with that, Mo?
Yeah, I know. I don't think. I still think you need a clear number 10. Who's your number 10?
See, at the moment it's Bruno, but I would like I would see my number 10. I kind of like is like an Odegaard. I like them sort of 10s.
Yeah, but
maybe
you don't have that,
maybe a
right?
Madison or James Madison. That's my
James
sort of 10s I like.
James Madison.
You get what I mean?
Fantastic to this team, bro.
No, but it is ways. But let's move on anyways from the Man City game. Big up anyone that's tuning in, man. Remember to always hit the like button. 60 likes. Let's get this to 100 likes minimum. So we're 40 off. I'm telling you now, there's a lot of you that don't, Yeah, I get it, Raheem. Kas, I remember that IG post you made about Haaland doing nothing. Now you were sweating when he bagged that hat and got to. I'm not sweating, bro. I don't care. Like, honestly, you should know me. Like, I'll be shameless. I'll talk football. It don't matter. Like, I will still do it again next time out when we come up against you.
Let's talk about the North London derby.
Yeah, let's go and talk. Let's talk a little bit about Arsenal and Tottenham. I'm gonna ask you lot a question. Everyone a question. Is Spurs, Conte's football after that shit show as well? Is it sustainable? Or is it just personnel?
It is not. I don't think this is it. Listen, when you start shipping goals, it's not sustainable. If he's winning 1-0, 2-1, it's sustainable, but he's not. They're conceding a lot of chances every game. They are actually defending deep. His defense is not doing great. His wing backs are not doing the job defensively. And I don't like what I'm seeing from Conte, to be honest. He's too scared to lose, and instead of wanting to win, he's too scared to lose. And I don't like what I saw. But to be honest, I don't think it's personnel. He has good players. Like, don't tell me he doesn't have good players. He has good players. I'm sorry, you have Son, Richarlison, Kane, Højbjerg, Bentancur. I can name names that each one of them is probably a starter for a national team. Even Eric Dyer now is a starter for a national team. That's terrorist football. It's terrorist football. We call that in Italy terrorist football.
They were way too. They were way too deep. They're way too deep for in their own. They're banked in their own half. I feel like they could have played a little bit higher, closer to the forwards. Like,
I still
honestly,
think he's playing wrong. He's playing 3-4-3, which is not his best formation. He should play 3-5-2, and he's not.
A lot of Spurs fans wanted 3-5-2 though. They wanted 2, and they didn't want Son. They wanted Son and Kane up front with
or Richarlison. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't Richarlison or Kane, but he has to have the balls to drop one of them. Drop one of them. Drop one of them, and don't play Kulusevski. It's okay. Play Bissouma.
Kulusevski was injured anyways. It was I don't get this. When are we going to see Bissouma? Like, I'll be real. Like, I just don't think Højbjerg in that team. If you're playing 5 at the back, I'm thinking Bissouma he had one of the best tackling percentages in the whole league last season, by the way, winning the ball back, ball recoveries. He was one of the best. Why would you not play that sort of guy? You can't give me the excuses that he's getting used to the tactics, this, that, and the other. No, I don't want to hear that. Surely Bentancur and Bissouma are the best 2 pivots for what's it called, a pivot in the middle of the park for Conte going forward. And who else? I'm pretty sure.
I think he has to play Bissouma, Bentancur, and Højbjerg in front of him, like what he did with Juventus and what he did with.
Wait,
Inter.
what? Not Kulusevski?
Not for now. No, not for now. You stick to basics. At Inter, when he did, is like he played 2 strikers and 3 midfielders and relied on direct to the forwards, and the midfielders would back the forwards. It worked. It worked for Italy. It worked for Juventus. It worked for Chelsea. He dropped Willian and Pedro and played Hazard and Diego Costa up top, and he played Matic. I remember Kanté and Fabregas in the middle. He played the 3 of them in the middle and dropped Pedro and Willian at that time. And everybody's like, how do you drop them? They are superstars. Like, I'm going to do it my way until we get a rhythm, and then I'm going to integrate one of the wingers. And he needs to do that. He needs to stop. For example, he needs to stop playing Emerson Royal. He has to stop now. He needed to have the guts and the balls to stop playing Emerson Royal. And to be honest, there is a lot of stuff in this team. Like, Hugo Lloris is not a top goalkeeper anymore.
They should have replaced him. I feel like they should have
tried.
found a
They got
long-term replacement.
Golini, it didn't work for them. They tried.
Nah, they can definitely get better. I think I feel like this will be Lloris's last season as a starting goalkeeper for Spurs. Starting goalkeeper. Like, I feel like if Conte is going to be here next season, he's going to want a different sort of keeper. I wouldn't be surprised. Just go get someone a little bit younger, not too young. I don't think Conte wants potential. They would probably want someone that's here and now slightly, especially in his goal, because he needs to be sure. But again, he needs to sort out that right wing back situation. Whether Jed Spence goes out on loan or you put him in, because you do need someone different. He needs an Hakimi. He really does. Emerson Royale ain't going to give you that pace that you need. They're lacking a lot of pace. The only pace they got in that team is Son. Nobody else. Name me another player.
Yeah, I don't know, but to be honest, okay. Arsenal.
I'd rather use Lucas Moura at wing back. I'll be very honest.
I said that. People said no. I said that. He did that with Perisic. He did that with Moses. He did that. He can do that. I'm sure that
of course.
He can play a right wing back. Come on, just give me.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Yeah, but
they're not
getting
him. They're not going to get him. He ain't getting that guy.
He's too expensive.
There was a good comment here as well. Kai says, "How do you guys rate Arteta now?" I think we have to rate Arteta. I'm going to be honest now. Look. I've mocked this guy a lot, and I suppose I said, let me wait to the end of October. But at this current moment of time, as a Manchester United fan, I hate Arsenal. Let me get this straight. I hate Arsenal. I hate the fans. But as a footballing fan, Lenglet Romero decent. No, Lenglet was decent. Romero was trash.
Romero was trash. Yeah, come on.
Trash. Yeah, it's true, Ilias. They are like watching paint dry, but I have to put respect on Arteta, man. I started liking him after the Arsenal All or Nothing. I saw the way he was. I get it. They're only going to show you bits that you want you to see, but at the same time, in the last two years prior to this season, he's changed the culture of the club, the culture of the dressing room. He looks like everybody likes him in the club itself. And what we're seeing on the pitch is a direct, picture or view of how he wants to manage a club. And you're seeing that players are playing for him. They respect him. He's top of the league at the moment. So they're doing a lot better than they have in recent years, by the way. And I get it. It's only 9 games played or 8 games played in, but you have to respect it. Because at the end of the day, he's got untold W's and 1 loss.
Yeah, man, it's unbelievable. Listen, I said before last year, in the beginning of the year, I said,
Arsenal, fuck.
Yeah, but in the beginning of the year, last year, I said, I don't see what he wants to do. He can't read games, blah, blah, blah. And I was wrong. I can see the footprint at the end of the season. I can see what he's trying to do. And now he got the players for it. Even Ben White is playing well. Thomas Partey is playing well. The only one that is not playing great, and it's Saka, but it's not that he's not playing great.
Yeah.
He is not the superstar. You know what I mean?
He's not the superstar in the team because he doesn't have to carry the team by himself anymore. That's why
exactly.
That's why I'm not looking at Saka anymore.
I don't want us to get carried away and say he's not playing great. Saka is just doing his job. You know what I mean? But he is not. Gabriel Jesus is a superstar, to be honest. Odegaard is playing really well. Ben White is doing really well. Martinelli. Saka, guys, and I know that Arsenal fans don't want to hear this. Saka is just doing his job. After last year, he carried the team. He's playing not exactly. This is Jacobs. It's exactly the right comment. He's not a standout player, but he got involved in the second goal, and he's doing his passing. He's doing his running. He's doing everything. But for me, that's the difference. Saka, what they did with him was wrong. Putting all this pressure on the kid's shoulder was wrong for the last 2 seasons. It was too much. It was too much. And he got burned. He's 21 years old. It's too much that what happened. So for me, he needs to stop. He needs to stop trying to be the superstar. You know what I mean? Like, just do your job. Yeah. Go to the games.
I'm not a big fan of Saka on the right wing. And I've always said, if Saka wants to be elite in this world football, I said this last season, if he wants to really be the top elite amongst the elite, he's that position is probably a wing back or a left back. But I feel like he can also do that on the left wing. I don't think he's a right winger guy because it's quite obvious he wants to do the cutting stuff and he can go down the line and put in a decent ball. But I just feel like his output's way better when he's on the left. I remember Lacazette, Aubameyang, and he was just the way his crossing is phenomenal. He can pick out a ball phenomenal. He's passing very, very good. He's very strong. I just feel like down the left, as being as a direct winger rather than a cut inside winger, I feel like Saka is at his best there. At right wing, don't get me wrong, last season was quite evident that he could do the right wing job. But I'm saying if he ever wants to reach those heights, for me, I think he's better on the left wing. But then you got the whole situation of Martinelli. Now Martinelli's not a right winger. That guy is definitely he's an inside forward. So he's got a different. The front three works at the end of the day. For right now, the front three works. But he needs options. He needs to. I feel like if Arteta wants to go forward next season and push on, if they do get Champions League football, it'll be dangerous. I'll be honest. The players they can acquire through Champions League being there, it'll be dangerous. They need another centre back. Gabriel is a bozo. I'm sorry. Every other game or something,
he's not that bad though. He makes a mistake though, but look at him. To be honest, he controls Harry Kane.
Saliba's that good. No, I'm not being funny, but Saliba's looking that good. He shouldn't look better than the centre back that's been there for a minute. And they need a different type of left-footed, hard-hitting centre back. The guy, because the way he gives away the ball, his composure's not there. He's a good enough defender, but I think he'd be a good option if he was a third type of defender. If he was a third type of centre back, I'm like, you know what? They got Gabriel on the rank still. That's decent. Go get another centre back. They really do need. I feel like a very good stabilized left-footed centre back. And imagine if Saliba had Martinez. I'm sorry, when we rate Martinez or not, I get it. But Martinez against Saliba, that would be crazy. No, that would be a crazy. For how Arteta plays, are you telling me that wouldn't be crazy?
He would be playing from the back. Yes, I want to wait until I judge this Martinez.
Exactly.
I want to wait. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk about him again, Kas, until he proves it.
No. But I'm not trying to talk about Martinez. But I'm saying they've already got Tomiyasu for height, and they've got Ben White inverted fullback for height as well. So it works. That sort of thing works. They don't have little men. Other than their left backs are quite small, but their right backs are tall, and they're actual centre backs that can play there, and they play right back. So it would cover the deficiencies of height. That's what I'm saying. If they did get him at centre back, that would have been a crazy team in terms of transition. Ridiculous. They need to go get someone maybe like Pau Torres. Maybe I think that would be a good fit.
Yeah, Pau Torres.
I think so.
So
yeah,
guys,
that would be a good fit.
Shane Asuka, this is actually false in my opinion. I think actually Arteta playing inside wingers, opposite foot, because he wants to copy Pep in far post crosses. They did this many times. It's not like a simple cross. It's a cross, in swinging cross to the far post. It happens a lot, which is tactically it works, and it works in this league all the time. Man City do it. Everybody does this, and it works. Even Sancho from the left, he does this a lot. Tomori clear of Maguire. I don't know why that comment is there, but yes, I know that Maguire is not even a centre back at this moment for me. He's not. He shouldn't be playing top. He can go play for a Bournemouth, or he can go play for Everton or something like this. But he's not that guy anymore. Like for me,
so I need your opinion on something as well. Yeah. So so even if it's at the Emirates, they're in 1 there and 12 now, 13 seasons now. Yeah. How does Spurs win that game? Like with
it goes their way. It goes their way. They needed luck, and they needed, to be honest. If there was another goalkeeper, I know that everybody's praising. Partey had a great shot, the banger, everything. But for me,
but that second one changed.
No. Even Kas, I saw the shot before he was sitting up himself to go near. It's very simple, and just move to the left. He didn't move to the left soon enough. But other than this, they win the game to just be more like they had 2-on-2. Son was terrible this game. Every pass he tried to connect was wrong. It was garbage, bro. So they got 2-on-2. He couldn't pass the ball. Harry Kane was off. Like his sprinting was off. To win the game, it's very simple. Play counter-attacking football, but do not defend that deep. And they defended that deep.
Son was horrible. He was actually, I'm sorry. We all expected Son to come back after that. After he came with Leicester, I said, you know what, he's back. He scored an international duty, came against Arsenal. Probably not an easy game, but enough. But you should be fired up for that sort of game. Son, he's giving me the vibes a bit. No, he's giving me Mane vibes right now. You know, I'm not joking.
You remember Mane in the beginning of last season when everybody wanted Mane out of the club. So Son yesterday, 2 days before, connected only 15 passes. Play a whole game, you only do 15 passes. It's unbelievable. Like
he looks like his future lies up front. I'll be real. I don't know if left wing. I think you probably could do a job at left wing at the current situation right now. Left foot, right foot, like Mane, can header the ball, can do pretty much anything that Mane can do. Except probably less physical, but got the same kind of balance. But Son is just looking off the pace. He's getting older. And we always had these questions. The front three of Spurs are getting older. Well, you should say the main two, Kane and Son, and getting replacing them is going to be very, very hard. And I feel like Kane's still got juice in his boots all day long. He's having a good season. But Son, to do what he's been doing for the last how many years at a high level in the Premier League, he's going to slow down at some point. And maybe this is just a reaction. He's just come back anyways. He'll bounce back next week potentially. But I don't see the Son that used to be taking on a man at all.
Right.
He likes kind of side, stay close to Kane. I feel like that's the tactic. Stay close to Kane.
Yeah.
Let the left wing back do the job.
Yeah. What about Arsenal? Do you think they can continue like this? I know that people talk about City and stuff like this, but come on, just give me a break, guys. Give them some credit. I know that you don't like to give them credit, but for me as a neutral, I have to give them credit. They're playing beautiful football. Players reviving their careers, like Xhaka now. He's reviving his career. Forget Conte and Juventus. They can't afford him now. If you go watch any of the Serie A podcasts or something, they can't afford sacking Allegri. He makes a lot of money and they don't want to pay the money. To be honest, I just want to say one thing about Arsenal. If they keep this form, even if they drop points, I'm not saying this is a championship form, but this is at least a guaranteed top 4 form with this is an 80+ point form. Is that correct? Do you agree at least on this? Unless, okay, if City go and get 98, 95 points, okay, there is no way nobody can do that at the moment, because I know that Arsenal, they don't have the depth to go all the way like City. City have 2 teams, basically, with all the injuries they had yesterday. They have 2 teams. They can play Champions League, they can play the Cups, and they can play the League. But for me, this form for Arsenal is 80+ points. Do you agree? 80+ points will guarantee you top 4.
I don't know if they're going to get 80+ points, but they are on 21 at the moment. You know what it is? When games get really congested and you have to change personnel up, we'll see. We'll have to see. But for them to have top 4 this season, I think you need about 70, 73, 74 points to be top 4. I'd say this season. I'll be honest, it'll be tight. No, it'll be tight. Ibby says the problem was that they had Son playing as basically as a wing back, and then they rely on him to run as fast as Usain Bolt to create those transitions, which to be fair did for their penalty. Yeah, man, over reliance. Guys, if you are here, please smash the like button. We're 75, I think 74, 75 likes at the moment, 25 away from 100. Appreciate everyone that's here. But it's a good way to transition into Liverpool, because Arsenal have Liverpool next. And I'm pretty sure Arsenal fans have been waiting for the time to really smash Liverpool after so many years of getting battered by them. Last year, the season before. Actually, no, last year, they were very unlucky. I would like to think they were very unlucky. They were close. They should have beat Liverpool, but they didn't. But at the same time, would you be confident in this next week? Arsenal beat Liverpool, or do you reckon Liverpool won't have it? They won't roll over? Yeah, it's at Emirates. It's at
Emirates. Liverpool are playing. And my late dad, though, when Van Dijk got injured, my late dad, he's Egyptian, so he likes Klopp, he likes Salah, of course. He doesn't have a team in the Premier League, and he used to tell me, this guy Klopp, in that you remember the season that they struggled to get top 4. He's like, it doesn't matter that he had a lot of injuries. He said that I don't see what he's trying to do at the moment. Jurgen Klopp looks like Inzaghi at Inter. He's out of ideas. It's out of ideas going forward. Forget the players. Don't tell me midfield is slow. Don't tell me whatever. He's out of ideas. What I mean by out of ideas, Kas, is that he's trying to do the same thing with aging players, and it's not working, and he doesn't know how to change it. He doesn't know how to change playing with Salah without Mane. He doesn't know how to change playing the same midfield without the press. He doesn't know how to cover Trent anymore. Van Dijk doesn't. You remember, that the goal that Trossard scored when everybody thought it was offside, Van Dijk was 4 yards behind the last defender. How is the best defender in the world is that deep when you have to step up? It's A-B defending, have the same line to avoid covering players for offside. It's that he did that. And he did that last year as well. I remember last year, I can't remember against 2, and everybody called him out for it. Listen, let me tell you something that we say at Inter, and I know that people don't want to hear that. If a player is playing bad, it's on him. If 2 players 100%. Are playing bad, are on him. Mo. If a whole 100%. Team is playing bad, it's on the coach.
Tell him again, Mo. Tell him again, Mo. You know what we need right there, Mo? Do you know what we need? You know what we need right there? You know what? Actually, I don't have it. I don't think I have it. I was going to go like this. Little one.
What is it? You didn't play it.
It was a little drum. It was a little drum in it.
It didn't play.
I didn't mean to. It was bad. That was a bad one. I was gonna do this. There we go.
Anyway,
There we
but
go.
you know what? Hossam, great. Everybody from the Liverpool fans, they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. They want to say Henderson out, Salah's not playing, Van Dijk is not playing. Guys, when you have 5, 6, 7 players playing and not playing well, it's on the coach. It's not on the players. It's on psychologically they're not ready. But there's a super chat. I know you wanted to get it.
Yeah, you can. No, bring it up if you need to. Well, actually, no, we're going to. But what's it from Ibby as well? Big up Ibby. I love that, man. He says, "Keep up the great work, lads. We haven't scored against Liverpool since 2020. Wow, this is shit. That was a bit like
it's not a lot. It's only 2 years. Okay.
No. But before there's probably about 4, 5, 6 games in there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, where they haven't scored. That's a lot of games. At this point, I'll take a point and move on. I think a point against Liverpool is still a W for Arsenal.
No.
But no, because it's still progress. Remember, their objective isn't to win the league. Their objective is to get top 4. A game that they would typically lose in, but they get a point. That's progress for me. But at Emirates, I feel like if Arsenal don't win, I feel like it would feel like a loss for the players. As the fans, they would take it. If you said, would you take a draw right now against City? I mean, would you take a draw right now against Liverpool currently right now?
Okay, Arsenal fans, can you put that? Can you put that a poll in the in the chat? No, would Arsenal fans do that? Would you take a draw right now?
Arsenal fans, a big up Ibby for the super chat as well. Yeah, any Arsenal fans in here, please tell me. I know there's a couple of you in here. I know obviously Ibby, you're an Arsenal fan. Yeah, Guna Vettel's in here as well. Shin says yes, I will take it. Anyone else? I'm gonna wait for more comments, by the way. Kai, another Arsenal fan, saying yes, he would take a point. See what I'm saying? They would take a point. I wonder if someone says no. So Jacobs, big up Jacobs as well. Says I'll take a draw.
Martin, you have to win.
Martin says no. I demand.
Yes, that's man. That's a big man. Right there.
Says I would as fans, but yeah, Kaz, the players should definitely feel like they can beat anyone probably at this point.
Yes, of course.
Christian Dorian is saying we don't draw, we go for the win every time. John is saying we want the win and splash a net. The Man United fans says just batter him. Yeah, but the thing is, I can't lie to you guys. I hate Liverpool, but I want you guys to draw or I'll be real. I'd rather Liverpool win. The chest of Arsenal is crazy, and obviously, like Man United fans, my chest got deflated to a pigeon chest yesterday. Like Arsenal fans' chest, even if they can afford to lose against Liverpool as well. That's the thing; they can actually afford it. Mad, right? Mad to say that. It don't put a splinter in their toe or anything like that. It's just a blip. It's done. So. For that, on that note, yeah. But let's move on to Liverpool, right? Because as we were talking about Arsenal, big Arsenal too much in this live right now. It's not on. It's not on. Not my live. No. But we're gonna talk about how shit Liverpool have been, because I was asking a question to Mons, and I think I've asked a question to big up Jamie Phillips. I was asking Klopp, at some point, do you feel as Liverpool fans that it's time to move on from Klopp? Let's say this October goes by and the results are just even fluctuating, not even W's, fluctuating, a loss, a draws, maybe a win. Do you have to start thinking about where you want to be as a club? Or would you, Mo, if you was a Liverpool fan, would you like, you know what, Klopp's earned the respect to have a shit season. If it means rebuilding and going forward next season, what now?
So I would start, if I was managing, maybe people are glad I'm not managing the club, I would start seeing the candidates, right? If this team, if it doesn't improve, I would start looking at candidates. But because there's not a lot of people in the market now that will be maybe available for Liverpool. But for me, I think if he keeps this season like this shit like this, it would be okay. You got to move on from this guy. He's out of ideas. And also because you will have to change the team. And if you want to change the team, you have to get different players with different coach. You need different ideas. But the problem is they renewed Salah for a lot of money. They renewed Jordan Henderson. They got Van Dijk a new contract. And so it has to be him, or you need to actually sell these players. They need Sean Dyche.
Please give him Sean Dyche. Fuck Liverpool, man. Hate Liverpool. Any City fans have just joined as well from Big Steve as well. Big up. But yeah, man. Hate Liverpool, man.
But you know,
may continue.
You know what is No one in the league is defending well in this league at the moment. You know that.
Yeah, no,
Liverpool
there's one.
conceded
There's one.
9, City
There's one.
conceded 9.
There's one team, Everton. They're defending quite well.
Everton.
Go look at Everton. You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised.
Oh yeah,
Best
they're the
defense in the
best
league
defense.
currently.
They conceded 7 and 7, 7 and 8. Oh my god, that's less than a goal again. It's absolutely
Yeah,
impressive. Yeah, I get it. It's absolutely impressive.
this is what I'm
Corner
saying.
Cody effect. Corner Cody effect. But
I was saying that. You remember we were saying our transfer targets, and now Connor Cody goes into that, right? Surely. That's what I'm saying.
Of course. That is one of the best. Yeah, of course.
So there's been, you know what's mad? There's been a few hat tricks this weekend. Yeah, Trossard, obviously Haaland and Foden. I'm not sure if there's been another one. Obviously Bruno Lage got sacked. Talk about that a little bit in a second. But Liverpool though, Trossard hat trick. What's actually going wrong? Because in your eyes, we spoke about it a little bit, but the superstars are not playing for Klopp. And that is, as Liverpool fans, any Liverpool fan in here,
can't find space.
Can't find space.
But
they didn't even play Nunes. They didn't even play Nunes. So what's the excuse now?
They can't find space to play football. It's this game. Jurgen Klopp after the game said there are 3 narratives about this game. The narrative of us playing bad and being 2-0 behind. The narrative of us bringing the game up again and then winning. And then the narrative of us flopping our lines at the end and losing the game and losing 2 points. So for me, number one, I want to say to every Liverpool fan, I said it, Nunes is going to be dropped by November, but the World Cup already was dropped by end of September. And yesterday, he needed 3 points, and he gave Nunes 2 minutes. And for me, Nunes is not, maybe it's going to change. I'm going to keep saying this, but Nunes is not Haaland. He's not Gabriel Jesus. He's not even, I don't know, he's not even Mopay. He's not. He doesn't have it.
So Christian's saying here, actually playing 3 at the back might be a good option for Liverpool. More attacking freedom for Trent Alexander-Arnold, less pressure on the midfield. And then on that, Kai here says as well, their midfield is just too lazy.
It's not.
Can you imagine? It's not late. Is it laziness?
No, it's not laziness.
Is it just old?
It's lack of instructions and wrong instructions. For me, exactly. You're asking someone who his body is not the same to press the same way you did last 2 seasons. It's not gonna work. It's not. They have to adapt. They have to change his game. And I'm not sure why Jurgen Klopp doesn't understand it. Maybe this is something we don't see on the training field. But for me, Liverpool, the way they do it, they have to change the way they play. I don't mean to change formation, change the way you play, like what Pep does, like what sometimes Ten Hag. Okay, what did Ten Hag do? It didn't work his way. He chose defensive and counter-attack him. Many people change the way they play, but Jurgen Klopp is very stubborn, as every German coach in the history of football, and he's not going to change the way he does things because he wants to play certain way. And Mo Salah is out of form, and he used to bail them out a lot of times. People don't remember that Mo Salah used to score these solo goals, a lot of goals that he's like dribble people, a lot of assists that he does, like strange assists. He's not there to bail you out anymore. He's not. So who's gonna bail you out? Firmino is not gonna. It's not sustainable. Luis Diaz is great.
No, he scored a couple goals. He scored a couple goals against Brighton. He was one of the
better
players.
Great. Firmino was great, but he goes like missing for like some games. So for me, they need to change the way they play. Mo Salah is gone. Yes,
I'll put in a poll, by the way.
You can never say Mo Salah is gone, guys. Mo Salah is one of the most consistent recent players who I've seen in the Premier League. He's very good. Like for 5 seasons now, he's always up there in goal scoring and assists. Always, like so.
100%. I want to put this across. Look, I'll put a poll out, by the way, guys. If you don't know, you can see it there. Do you think Liverpool will beat Arsenal? 63% so far have said no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, and I wonder how many Liverpool fans said that. So, same question for Arsenal fans is now to Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans, would you take a point against Arsenal currently? That's what I'm saying. Would you take it right now? If it was offered to you guys right now, so Ilias, Boogerman in there, and a couple others as well, would you take a point at Arsenal currently? Or do you want the 3 points? Or would you rather risk losing? That's what I think. Kas, apart from Thiago and possibly Elliott, the rest of the team ain't good enough at getting forward. Liverpool are crap. They'll finish outside the top 4, and the new striker Haaland has them running scared. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it'll be a scoreline like against Man United, even if Liverpool was at Etihad. I'll be honest. Guys, if you are here, 100 of you, do smash the like button. Don't, if you hear my voice saying like the button, just take 2 seconds and just go like the video. We're nearly at 100 likes. I appreciate every single guy here all the time. 86 likes. So we're 14 away from the target for this video. But so Ilyas is saying as well, no, I want Arsenal to win the league. I don't know why. You are horrible, horrible man, Ilyas. You know that. Horrible man. Let me watch the highlights, Cass. I'll be back. That's not the question. The question is, that's not the question. I don't get it. The question is, would you take a point at Arsenal? Ilyas is saying no. I want Arsenal to win the league. So wait, Ilyas. So what you're trying to say? You want Arsenal to beat your own team on Sunday?
What kind of fan are you, Ilyas? Come on.
I don't get this. I'm confused. D1 Millie saying Van Dijk. See, that's another player I'll be dropping right now. Van Dijk and Trent both deserve to be dropped, but at the same time, can you afford to drop them? Someone else is saying PC Matt is saying Van Dijk is finished. Don't forget Jota always bags against us. That's true. But has Jota back this season? I know he's just come back from injury, but has he bagged?
No. He played last game. He was not bad.
Did he bag? As in, did he score? Has he scored?
No, he didn't score. But anyway, are we going to Chelsea?
Well, yeah, I suppose. Obviously, Liverpool. I like slandering Liverpool though. It makes me happy. It makes me happy.
Keep going. But are we at least give credit to Brighton and De Zerbi, who's remember me? I told you he's gonna score 60.
Throw the kitchen sink. You said he'll throw the kitchen sink at him. At them. That's exactly what they did. Trossard is unplayable this season. How old is Trossard, by the way? Is he young?
I don't know.
This is a wing back getting goals, by the way. This is a wing back, not a winger. A wing back. He's 27 years old. He's doing well. He's doing well at the moment. Then
did you see that in the game though? Did you see the game? Like Sanchez is trying to be Edison, playing from the back, easy peasy, not panicking, and Webster. Oh my God, Webster dribbled Salah about like 5 times.
You talking about dropping the left shoulder?
Oh my God.
I see it. One of them led to the goal. One of them led to the last goal. He dropped the shoulder. How he let Webster give you a shimmy? Now see Webster. That guy deserves a call up. I'll be real. He deserves a call up because he's been playing out of his skin.
Oh my God. Lewis Dunk dribbling inside his area, avoiding playing long balls. It is absolutely phenomenal. Like I love
Adam Webster, I can't believe it. So basically he's actually a mank as well, yeah, believe it or not. So this game must have meant a little bit. Well, it must have meant something for him. But he come from Bristol City to Brighton, and all of a sudden now this guy he's sick. Like he's 27 years old. He's in the form of his life. I'm telling you now, that man deserves a call up. But obviously, so it's the World Cup. I wouldn't take him to the World Cup. I'll be real. But if it was an international game, I would have. But other than that, I'm just saying Welbeck was bullying. Yeah, as Sebastian said, Welbeck was bullying Matip as well. But you guys as well in the comments, I get it. We can talk on slander them all day long and talk about how good Brighton really was. But do you guys want to talk about El Sakiko tonight?
Someone has
Leicester.
Are you watching this game though? Are you watching the game?
I feel like I want to watch the first half. I think I may watch the first half. I might be in the stream watching it, by the way, on Big Six Bands. But I feel like I need to because I want to. I really need Leicester to sack Brendan Rodgers. So when they play against the Chelseas and the Solvo, I need a bounce back from that team. I need them to get at teams already and drop points. They're awful. I don't really want to talk on Leicester too much. It's nothing more than
I want to praise
is.
one player from Brighton before we move on to Chelsea or anybody else. It is Alexis McAllister, guys. This guy is going to be one of the top midfielders if he keeps going this. He's 23 years old. Alexis McAllister. He got called up to the Argentinian team. He's doing great. He started as a number 10. Now he is the deepest midfielder there, and he's absolutely fantastic. You would love him at your club. Anybody will like Alexis McAllister, 23 years old, with the energy and the way of playing like a 35 years old, but the energy of a 20 years old is phenomenal. I love the guy. He is the heart of that midfield. It is absolutely fantastic, to be honest.
I say we move on to Chelsea now, yeah, because see, I made a prediction, so my prediction changed. I still reckon Chelsea can finish second at the end of the season. Because this is what I say. That can change at the end of this month, by the way. Because I like Potter, and I think they actually got a very decent squad. I actually think they got a good enough squad. Like, apart even from their 11 currently, I feel like Potter can make it work. But the only thing is, how long will it take to implement his system to these players? But I believe in Potter because I like him as a manager, and I think Chelsea do have some decent players. They scraped it past Palace, but we saw some good stuff. They weren't playing too cool ball. They're coming away from that possession, getting chances. Probably could have finished a couple more chances. Thiago Silva should have got sent off. I still need to watch that over again.
You didn't?
I need to watch it again.
Thiago Silva should have been off. And it's not, to be honest, this is not luck. This is not a call going your way. This is a wrong call that someone need to get suspension for it. As they suspend players, someone needs to get suspended for this, because this is not subjective. This is not subjective, and this is not. It's not like an opinion. Last man loses the ball, handball, grabs the ball. It's a red card straight. There is no question about it. He should have been off. And it's ridiculous that he didn't, and it changed the game because he assisted the equalizer. Right away, he assisted the equalizer. And no Chelsea fan, and I know that here and there, Alex on Twitter, this guy here, this guy on Instagram is saying, oh, but they were too far. If it's in your half, it's not far from the goal.
He slapped the ball, did he not?
He grabbed the ball. He grabbed the ball and just pushed it away. It's
How have no one seen that though? Was he already on a yellow card?
No, but he was the last man. He slipped, and I was going towards the goal, and he just took the. I'm sorry, if it's in your half, it's a red card. It's not too far. It's under Ayo, so Jordan Ayo going to the goal. There is no way this couldn't be a red card. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he didn't go to the screen. They didn't call the referee to go watch it.
So you're telling me Todd? So what you're trying to say, all in all, is that Todd Voldemort is paying off the refs?
Well, maybe.
He's already spent 300 million on players, or 278 million, or whatever it is. So that just means he's also paying the refs a couple million.
But on fairness, though, playing away at Crystal Palace, Arsenal won against Crystal Palace, but Crystal Palace were on the front foot. For me, Chelsea, Graham Potter, he just needs to find the right players and the right starting lineup to actually play his football, because they control position, passing was good, everything was great. They created chances. They created some very good chances. They just couldn't score until Conor Gallagher came with this. Whatever.
They're gonna have a bit of a test, I think, against Wolves next in the Premier League. I know they got AC Milan next. I don't really care about the Champions League.
No, but this is a good test. As I said, if they lose to AC Milan, they might be 6 points behind with 3 games left, or maybe more. If they lose to AC Milan,
they got Wolves at Stamford Bridge this weekend, and there's going to be a manager. There might be a bounce back and a different bidding system. Diego Costa back at the Bridge as well. I don't think Diego Costa is going to do much. I'll be honest. I think even Thiago Silva can catch up to Costa. So it won't be.
And after this, they play Aston Villa and they play Brentford away, these are tough games.
It's not easy, but I feel like they're winnable games for Chelsea, and I do think they beat Wolves, and I do think they beat them other 2 teams. I just think Chelsea might have a little bit of a run. It might not be pretty, but you're going to see different systems, different personnel. You're going to see it getting better and better. Just like Ten Hag, he came into Man United, it started off shit, and he's changed a bit of the personnel, getting the systems right of the way he wants to do it. Same thing will happen with Potter. He will find the players that he does like and what works. I don't think the 4-2-2 works. I don't think that works in the Prem. 4-4-2 don't work unless you're in a defensive mode. But going forward, I feel like he needs to. Well, I do feel like he needs to have an attacking mid in there. I'll be honest, or somebody close to. If you're going to play a Aubameyang, somebody close. But I will still go with Broja.
Yeah,
I think he's just.
No, you got Aubameyang. I would play. It's still Mason Mount. I still like Mason Mount. I know that you don't.
Where do you play him? Where do you play him?
As a 10.
As a 10? Would you not? Do you think he's? Well, I think he's better than Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz.
I would play Kai Havertz on the right or something. I'll play Sterling on the left, with Aubameyang up top. I would play Mount behind and Kovacic and Jorginho or something in the middle. Or when Kanté comes back, Kovacic and Kanté in the middle. And then back 4, it needs to be Koulibaly and Fofana. There is no
It
other way
does.
around it. It needs to be
Reece
Koulibaly
James and probably Cucurella. I feel like
Cucurella on the left.
Chilwell's only just come back from injury, and I'm not
Yes.
being funny. He already looks a little bit slower.
Yeah,
It's not easy coming back from an injury that he's done, but it's not every player comes back. But I just feel like Cucurella going forward, he's Graham Potter's man at the end of the day. So I feel like he's definitely going to start him. He was their best player at Brighton.
Thiago Silva has to be dropped. I know that Graham Potter is scared to drop Thiago Silva because he's the oldest player in the squad, blah, 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 and he has all this experience. If you want to play your football, you have to play Koulibaly.
Thiago Silva can play Champions League. Thiago Silva,
you know, Koulibaly is great on the ball, right? He's absolutely like a great player on the ball. He's phenomenal.
And in other news as well is Chelsea looking like, I think we was talking about it a bit earlier in the stream. I think maybe at the start, Nkunku looking like Nkunku is going to be a deal that's wrapped up in terms of like pre-contract,
personal
terms. But that happens with a lot of players. I'm not trying to down Chelsea's movement because they typically
but we know that
they
did this before, right? They did this with
but
Young.
But if now other clubs are going to be on alert and want them. I'm pretty sure if PSG come in for Nkunku, he's going back home. That's where he's from. But Chelsea, I'm pretty sure why Man United not going for this? Why Liverpool not going for this type of player? They need this sort of player. I'm pretty sure. And again, the whole now is going to circle around if they get Leao.
Oh, but no. But why would you get Leao if you just spent 50 million on Sterling? There is no reason.
No, what do you mean? Because it's Chelsea. They need wingers. They're gonna want to improve.
No, but
the team.
both of them. Okay, listen. Both of them, they come demanding guarantees that they're gonna start. You know that, right? You know, players come to clubs demanding starting position.
I thought what's
and it's in a it's in a contract. You know, like nowadays players.
What's Aubameyang's deal, by the way?
I don't know, but like 2 years. This year and the next.
Aubameyang got 2 years. See, this is what I'm saying. They could easily just move on Aubameyang or Broja, or Nkunku might be the attacking mid, and he move on Havertz. Maybe that might be the one. I don't think.
I'm telling you, Nkunku and Leao, if they come in, they're gonna put in their contract a certain amount of games to be played.
Yeah, of course they are, but they're not gonna come in January. They're gonna come in the summer.
In the summer, yes, in the summer.
Exactly. So on that note, if they have Sterling, and then they got Leao, and they got Nkunku up front, or whether it's Nkunku in behind someone like Broja or Aubameyang,
Nkunku can be a false nine. You know that.
If you've got legs, if you've got
false nine.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, imagine that all behind Aubameyang. Aubameyang has legs. Imagine if he has legs. So now he's got Sterling, Leao, and Nkunku legs behind Aubameyang. Aubameyang don't need to do much. All he needs to be is a poacher. That's dangerous. I think that will go down as one of the deadliest attacks in the league, especially under somebody like Graham Potter. So it looks like it's on the up for Chelsea. Midfielder. Chelsea are going to buy. At the end of the day, they're going to buy, and they're going to want a challenge. But big up Chelsea OG with a super chat saying we have a secret relationship with RB Leipzig, LOL, and Nkunku. A secret relationship. Where's the relationship? Let me know.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of this as well, Samuel. Saying Manchester United should sign Cody Gakpo and Victor Osimhen. I feel like they only get one or the other, and if they do get one, it will be for striker. I think Cody Gakpo, he's on form at the moment. He's looking like a future striker. In the Premier League, he doesn't make it on the wing for me. He makes it as a striker, if anything. And I don't even know if I have that much confidence of him being successful. Because Cody Gakpo, even if he's at Man United, he can play left or he can play up front. It's a good option. But I still think Ten Hag looks at Martial as his main man. And I don't think Gakpo would cry if he's not starting.
No, he wouldn't. But Victor Osimhen would.
Yeah, but if you get Osimhen, you're going to pay, 80 million for him? You're going to start.
Oh no, it's gone up now because they're just winning and
yeah, you're not gonna want to sell that guy. You're on top of the league. I don't think he would even want to move. If he could win the Serie A before
he would never move because he's gonna play Champions League. The team is gonna get stronger
and Napoli would just say no.
Yeah,
he's not for sale.
De Laurentiis would definitely say no.
He's also saying we'll get Josko Gvardiol.
That's the kid. Is that the new kid?
The left back, the left centre back. He's left foot. He's very good.
I don't know.
The back three. He's very, very good. Yeah, he's extremely good. I'll be real. If they get him, I'll be scared. But then why would you have Koulibaly, Fofana, and Gvardiol all in? Unless you're going to pay back three, then that would make sense. I know, man. Chelsea is all over the gaff.
On another news, West Ham won, guys. It's
finally.
They are
Kamaka with another goal.
Now. Kamaka goal. Bowen was a great goal. Wolves sacked their manager.
Did you see Bowen's finger?
No, I didn't.
Bowen's finger, this one, I think it was this one here, literally snapped in half.
Oh shit!
Disgusting.
And he still
But
played.
no. I think he came off. You have to come off. That's too much pain.
Oh.
Snapped his finger. But yeah, West Ham's out.
But
Like, they're
question,
getting the win.
Cass, do you think West Ham can recover and go to the top half of the table?
Yeah, no, they will. I think they've got too much of a good squad to not be in the top half. I think they will get a good run of results. I feel like this is a good game to build off of. Who have they got next, by the way, West Ham?
I'm checking.
I know they got us. I'm pretty sure they got us at the end of the October.
They have actually
Fulham,
very, very winnable games. Fulham and Southampton. And then they
got Liverpool.
So that means if they win these two games, they're back on
3 out of 4 games they could win
in the mix.
I don't think they beat Liverpool, but I think they can beat. I definitely beat Bournemouth. They definitely beat Fulham for me at their ground, and also who's that one? Southampton away.
Oh, I think they're gonna drop Southampton.
They might draw, but if they can get 7 points out of those 4 games, I think that's ahead. That's good. That's a good direction for them.
Yeah. So for me,
it's a derby. It's a bit of a derby for Fulham. Fulham, West Ham, London derby, whatever you want to call it. I don't think they look at Fulham like that, if I'm being honest. But it's London. They're going to be up for it, man. But West Ham, I still think Moyes should go.
I don't think they're gonna sack him.
I don't think they're going to, but I feel like he should go for the future of West Ham. I feel like going forward with the techie ballers that they've got, I don't think David Moyes knows how to utilize it. I'll be honest. I could be proven wrong. But other than that, there's not really much else to talk about. I'll be honest. In the Premier League, we had other games, not really that relevant. You could say, quick one. Obviously, Wolves manager got sacked. Southampton, what was it? Fulham got smacked by Newcastle. Heavy. It was going to happen. They got a guy sent off early. So Eddie Howe's Newcastle men are going forward. What other Premier League results were there as well?
Leeds drew with Aston Villa.
They got a red card. They got a red card. Boring
and
game.
Aston Villa couldn't score. Like
Bournemouth drew with Brentford 0-0. A boring game. I mean, the other one is obviously Frank Lampard's men who. Southampton got Joe Aribo got another goal, and obviously Connor Cody and Dwight McNeil scored for Everton. Southampton away, it's a good result. They got 12 shots off a goal against Southampton, 5 on target, had decent possession. Iwobi got an assist. He's having the form of his life at the moment. Everton are in 11th place. They haven't actually lost a game in the last 5. They're doing very well. Other than that, Leicester City are dead bottom. They want to get out of that relegation zone. They need 5 points. Nottingham Forest on 4 points. Plays today against Leicester. So bottom of the El Saka code there. And obviously Wolves, they'll come out of that bottom 3. Crystal Palace. I'd be concerned. If I was Crystal Palace. I'll be honest. Like they're 17th. Have they even registered a win this season? I think they registered.
Yeah, they won one.
They won 1 game this season. And
they won 1 against Aston Villa. But...
Yeah, pretty much, man. I feel like we can wrap up there, though, man. And we'll be back, obviously, tomorrow. Myself and Daps, quite early. We're doing a trending Tuesdays. We'll be talking about what's trending in a day. Could be any transfer news revolving around football, I'm pretty sure there'll be news about who might get sacked, whether it's Cooper, whether it's Rodgers, all that kind of stuff. So we'll be definitely pinning that down. We'll be around about like 1:30. Maybe it might be a little bit later, but definitely in the afternoon. Anything else you want to say, Mo?
Yeah, I want to answer Millie. He has 2 questions about DeMarco. Yeah, he's looking good, DeMarco, as a left wing back. He's the only bright spot at our inter team at the moment. Very good at set pieces, very good crosser, and he's absolutely great. Kvaratskhelia as well. I think he's going to be a superstar. He scored on the weekend as well. Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic player, and we'll see if he can do this again against Ajax and Liverpool in the Champions League. And now everybody's going to come for him, right? Everybody's going to come for him.
I think Juve get him. They'll go for him. They need a winger next. You know what I'm saying? Imagine him and Chiesa. With Vlahovic.
Oh,
yeah. They'll come back. Juve are going to come back, whether you like it or not.
For sure.
But yeah, man, big up everyone. Make sure you smash a like button on the way out. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be on Top 6 on Football Terrace in about an hour 15 minutes. And then also I'll be on Big Six Bands a little bit later. But I appreciate everyone that's here. Appreciate all the super chats. It's been a delight. Monday afternoon. It's quite sunny outside today in England. Well, currently where I am in the Midlands. So yeah, man, it's not that too bad. But in a bit, it's been your boy Kas and Mo.